If it's Monday, it's time for Bagels and Business for Breakfast. Good morning, everybody. It's Sharon Taylor, founder and CEO of the Business Vision and Development Center. And we are on Bagels and Business for Breakfast. Hi, Yvonne.
Hello, Sharon. Hello, everybody. This is Yvonne Lorraine with Innovative Visions. Always happy to be a part of Business and Bagels for Breakfast. Thank
And
you.
I'm glad to have you. So, again, we're talking about um, the Business Formation Series. Today is step 7, which is your business registration. There are 10 steps. Last week, we did the business name, which was step 6. So, step 1 was market research. Step 2 was the business plan. Step 3 is funding your business. Step 4 is business location. Step 5 was business structure. Last week was the business name. Today we're going to talk about registering your business. So, Yvonne,
Yes.
how and where you register your business depends on your business structure and your location. So here in the district, the DC government has a site where it walks you through the registration process to include federal, state, and local entities. So it's sort of like a one-stop shop here in DC. And I believe some of the requirements, if I'm not mistaken, are different in DC, like the Clean Hands Act, that's like
Right.
uh is the major hurdle that most people face in the district because it's aligned with anything you owe to the state or the entity, the district, child support, tickets, back taxes. And so it affects, you can't register your business if you don't have your Clean Hands Act paperwork up to par. I don't know how it is in Virginia and Maryland, but I just want people to know that you don't have a business unless it's registered.
Correct. And for any state, probably check your state commission office because they all now have it set up pretty much sure online access for people to actually register their business. And just reminding people, if you especially for the nonprofits are incorporated, if you start your business, any business in one state, whether it's Maryland, Virginia, or if you did it in DC, but if you're going to, you may have started there, but you may end up headquartering or operating in another state, you also have to make sure you register with that state. So just want to remind people, Sharon, they may start the business in one state, however they decide to set up, but if you're going to be operating, and every state is different, so you really have to just check into it.
You got that right, Yvonne. And we kind of talked about that when we talked about business location and even online entities that register your business. You need to know the what's required in that state where you're headquartered, where you set up, where you're physically sitting. All of that comes into play. And so I did do a business registration last week in Maryland and found that their site was pretty easy to maneuver. DC, it still needs a
It's
little
his
bit of help.
own baby.
It needs some help. So and Maryland, it was pretty straightforward. So we got through that process pretty quickly. Um, and the other thing I want to tell you, and this is sort of based on, I did a live the other morning about admin time. You need to schedule some admin time so that you can check your emails, your mail, and do paperwork. Because what easily happens is that your business registration will expire and you will have to start the process all over again. And in the district, that means getting your LLC, because I'm working on one now whose license expired. Got to get their LLC. And you can't jump from one thing to the other. You got to go step by step. LLC first. Then the trade name has to be paid for again. Then it's the Clean Hands Act, occupancy permit. So you may have to get your place inspected depending on what kind of business you do. And then you get your basic business license. And along that way, if you haven't kept your paperwork up to snuff, there may be a hiccup when you're trying to re-register. So in DC, your license is good for 2 years. Don't let it expire. I think they give you maybe a 30-day grace period, and they're not going to call you and say, come register your business. You didn't do your paperwork. So check your spam, your promotions, your mail, all of that to make sure your registrations remain current. Anything you'd like to add to that, Yvonne?
Yes, Sharon. Based off of what you were just sharing about making sure you don't miss your deadlines, something I just like to share with our listeners is one way of doing that. If you aren't able to hire somebody, create a spreadsheet with all your deadlines of registration of when you need to. That way, that'll help you to keep up with it. But I also wanted to mention, Sharon, even like for the state of Virginia, people register with the state commission. That's to register your business to be able to operate in the state of Virginia. But then, for instance, if you are like I'm in Nottoway County, you also have to go to the county to get your license to do business in that area. So that's why I'm saying people really have to do their research and make sure, because every state is going to operate differently. So having your license to do business is a separate task than making sure your business is registered with that state in some states.
Right. Thank you, Yvonne, for that. Thank you. And, just be prepared to have patience. And then there's always us.
Yeah.
Info at the bvdcenter.org to help you navigate your business formation. That's what we're here for. And to work out the kinks and help you get over those hurdles, and just do it if you don't want to. So thank you for joining us this morning on Bagels and Business for Breakfast. If you want to see the rest of the business formation series, go to Bagels and Business for Breakfast. We've got all kinds of programming for you to look at. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Bye.
Like, share, and subscribe.